Let's be honest, for years everyone talked about Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai as the places to invest. Those big metros have their own story. But today, the real action is shifting. You're seeing cities you might have once ignored suddenly gaining attention from serious investors, home buyers, and developers. And that's driven by real structural changes in how India is growing. Hi guys, welcome back to Landopedia, where we talk about all things land minus the boring. Today we're going to talk about which tier cities are the new land investment hotspots. So what's going on? Section 1. Affordability meets opportunity. First, Tier 1 city real estate has become very expensive that many buyers and investors simply can't enter at attractive prices anymore. Prices have soared in metros and saturation has made growth harder to find. That pushes people to look elsewhere, to places where land and property are more affordable and the fundamentals are improving. The Financial Express. In Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, plot rates and property prices are still comparatively low. That means you can secure a bigger piece of land or a bigger plot for the same money you'd spend on something tiny in a big city. And in many cases, the potential for return is still strong. Section 2. Infrastructure is changing the game. One of the biggest reasons these smaller cities are suddenly in the spotlight is infrastructure, airports, expressways, metro corridors, improved rail links, industrial corridors, and more. When connectivity improves, people and businesses start seeing these cities as viable places to live, work, and set up offices or factories. GMI Infra. Connectivity doesn't just make commuting easy, it'll change how the land itself is valued. What felt remote a few years ago suddenly feels closer enough for daily life, business travel, logistics, or weekend living. Section 3. Migration is happening for real. People are no longer moving to exclusively big metros. There's a real shift where students, young professionals, and even families prefer smaller cities because the cost of living is lower, quality of life is more balanced, and career opportunities are increasingly available there. Tech firms and startups are expanding in smaller cities too, not just Tier 1. That demand from end users, not just investors, is what makes land and real estate in these cities more than just speculation. It's tied to actual occupancy, jobs, and growth. Section 4. Emerging hotspots across India. According to recent real estate trend data, cities like Coimbatore, Thiruvananthapuram, Visakhapatnam, Lucknow, Indore, Nagpur, Kochi, Bhubaneswar, and others are showing rapid transformation in terms of infrastructure, jobs, industry, and investment activity. Each city has its own growth story. It could be an IT park, a data center, a new industrial zone, or rising residential demand that drives the local land market. In Uttar Pradesh alone, Lucknow has seen housing sales jump significantly and big projects like AI city initiatives and strategic land allotment are underway. These kinds of development draw real demand, not just speculative interest. Section 5. Ayodhya and Vrindavan in the race. Ayodhya and Vrindavan are powerful examples of a slightly different kind of growth story. Ayodhya is not just a cultural or spiritual destination. Its development is being shaped by major infrastructure upgrades. A new international airport, improved roads, and plans for integrated tourism and hospitality zones. Millions of visitors each year are not only boosting tourism spending, but also expanding local business activity and real demand for land-based investments. Vrindavan, similarly, has historically been centered on pilgrimage and culture. But improvements in connectivity, hospitality, infrastructure, and township planning around the Braj region are making it more than just a spiritual stop. As travel gets easier and services improve, the land around these cities is being viewed differently, not just for religious tourism, but for residential, commercial, and mixed use of development. This shift in perception is critical. When people start seeing these places as hubs of activity, not just weekend destinations, the dynamics of land demand change. Section 6. What's driving real growth? Several forces are combining to make Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities far more interesting for land investors. Quality infrastructure that connects them to large economic centers, regional development policies, and government focus on balanced growth. Affordability and lifestyle appeal drawing real residents. New business hubs, IT parks, industrial zones, and logistic clusters. Migration and decentralization of jobs and services. Higher relative land deals and developer activity outside metros. All of this adds up to a picture where demand is not limited to just one segment. It includes residential, buyers, businesses, developers, and long-term investors. Section 7. Final thought. Smart investing means seeing the shift. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are no longer alternatives or backup options. They are increasingly primary markets in their own right. Their growth is more than just buzz. It's backed by infrastructure, demand, jobs, and real economic activity. That's what makes land in these cities worth paying attention to. If you're looking at land investment today, understanding how these smaller cities are evolving can give you a strategic edge over just following the crowd in saturated metros. This is Sachit signing off from Landopedia. If you are curious about all things real estate, you know what to do. Let us know in the comments what topics would you like us to cover next. Like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to click the bell icon.